What's up guys, Steve here with Fish On. Please shoot me a thumbs up, share and subscribe, and let's see where we're fishing today. Thanks for tuning in. Well, good morning. Welcome to another video. Today, I'm doing a short trip to St. Vrain Creek, St. Vrain River. This is actually pretty close to my house. This is the single closest river I can get to from my house that has some trout. It's been a while since I've been here and never done an episode here on this channel, but it's fun. This is outside of Lyons, Colorado, and it's coming up on mid-October, and I expect some small fish in here. I don't have that much time. I'm right in town. I'm right in town in Lyons, Colorado, and gonna get after them. There's small fish in here. It's been a while since I hit it, but this is a really fun spot. So we're gonna see what the day brings. This is almost something you could do on a lunch break. I should call this episode Trout in Town. I'm gonna stay right here in the town of Lyons and get after it and try to catch some small trout. Should be a fun show. All right, got a spot here we're gonna start out at. Going with a egg-sucking leech, and that is such a good play this time of year. Obviously, brown trout spawn in the fall. If you see any in shallow water on the reds, what they call them with a nest, it's called the reds, R-E-D-D-S. Obviously, that's illegal and unethical to fish that for conservation purposes, but you can certainly still get a brown trout to strike, a territorial strike, protecting the nest, or just in general in the area of the nest. This guy obviously looks like something running off with an egg, so a very good play. And brown trout are so territorial and such predators anyways. But I'm wet wading today. I've got no waders, and we're going to start off with a streamer, do something a little bit different. We got a tiny hatch going on, so I might go obviously on the surface later, but we're starting off a little bit different than what we normally do with the streamer. See what happens. Fish on. St. Vrain Creek trout on. That'll get us started about 20-30 minutes in on a quick trip. And this is a teeny guy. They don't get big in here, but this one's small, but we'll take him, and it gets us on the board. And I'm kind of proud of this one, to be honest, if I land him, because it's the only fish rising I've seen in a 200-yard stretch, and we got him. I think we got him. Looks like a little bobo. Oh, come on, buddy. Little tiny, I mean like 24 dry. Let's go. So yeah, we're talking light colored mayfly. PMD, fun to start with the streamer, but this guy got us on the board. The streamer didn't, so size 24, pale morning dun. So never saw the black tricos come off. And get my hands wet here. Let this guy go. You guys have seen baby trout before, but yeah, just a tiny light colored mayfly. That's sweet. We're in the town of Lyons. This spot is in the town of Lyons, in the city of Lyons. See you, buddy. So how fun was that? That was an area in Lyons called Laverne Park, and I haven't been there since it became kind of a well-maintained fee area. Now you got to pay to park. I didn't remember that from before, but it was $2 an hour, and I paid for 1 hour, so I paid $2, and that includes time to rig up and walk to the creek and then walk back to the truck and take down less than an hour. So that's why I'm more than okay with catching just that one fish. Driving back now, there's a spot on Highway 66 that's a free area that I've always wanted to check out, kind of by a bridge, and we're gonna give that a go. That ought to be a free little spot. Fish maybe a half hour there. Would love to show you guys one or two more. That's the plan. That's what we're hoping for, but still a fun day in Lyons, driving by Oscar Blues brewery right there. So we'll keep fishing. This creek, St. Vrain, really reminds me of Clear Creek. You have all these kind of man-made waterfalls you can tube down or whatever, but then below each one of them is a pool. I mean, so all of these have a pool below them that are going to hold fish with that oxygenated water coming in. Then you get these nice runs like this. This is about 8 to 10 inches deep, but plenty deep enough to hold these fish. And then up about 50 yards is where I just landed that last one. But yeah, this is a blast. This is the kind of little run you could see them rising in. So, oh, there's one right there. There's a guy rising. We'll go after him. So once again, coming up on mid-October now, which means that the grasshoppers are slowing down. You can still use them. You can still use your chubbies, grasshoppers, other things, but they're slowing down. When it gets a little bit colder, I would still use ants and beetles. Ants and beetle fishing will hang on longer than grasshopper. Although I know you can catch them on grasshoppers as you get closer to winter even. But I would say that chubby and hopper play is kind of over for me for this season. One thing I'm doing right now that is really fun is I'm just drifting a wet fly through this pool right now. And I have no indicator. I am watching my line. And I'm actually stripping it a little bit just so I feel the fish and I kind of keep pressure on it. But more than anything, just watching my line. But just a good wet fly. I want this running. I'm doing a few false casts because I want this running right below the surface for any fish that are looking up. This is a great tactic if you have rising fish and you can't figure out what they're eating, or if they're eating emergers. I would suggest you try to match the hatch first, but if that doesn't work and there's just nothing you're throwing that they're taking, then go to a wet fly, because a properly presented wet fly right below the surface will get eaten by a trout, even a trout maybe that's keyed on to a certain hatch. So, but no indicator, just keep a nice simple presentation and watch your line. The reason I'm stripping it right now instead of watching my line is because I want to know the fish is on. And I don't think the way I'm stripping is just giving me just enough pressure to feel the fish, or I can watch my line. But remember the wet fly play. It's a good move. Oh, let's go. The reason I'm so happy about this one is my second fish in an hour. A spot where they've been tough to catch. I'll show you this fly. It's like a size 24 blueing olive, but this is the second fish that I've seen rising, and I've caught both of them. So how awesome is that? Literally the second fish. I've caught both fish and landed both fish that I've seen rising today. And I'll show you guys. Don't really need to net this size fish, but we will anyways. But get my hand right here. Look at that. Tiny bluing olive. Right there in the side of the mouth. Just the tiniest bluing olive. I'll show you guys that again. It's that teeny dry right there in the bottom side of the mouth. That is small. And 2 for 2 today, which is awesome. I'll have this guy get his wits about him a little bit since I showed him to you. He's getting ready to kick. Come on, buddy. There he goes. Yep, he's kicking off. All right, I'm gonna see if I can go 3 for 3. I'd be pretty proud of this, quite frankly. It's my third fish I've seen rising, and I had landed the other 2, and he rose right in there. Got a little bit upstream of him, and my fly's so tiny that I can't see it, especially with my eyes. I don't even think if you were young you'd be able to see this fly, but size 24, 26. But obviously, if anybody rises where the fly should be, I'm setting the hook. But yeah, this is a small presentation. I can't see it, and there's no getting around that. That could get bit. Guys, I am so happy with how this day went. I need to fish this more often. Just to spend 90 minutes of the day is all. I mean, wet wade, shorts on, wading shoes, and to come out here and catch 2 fish. I didn't catch that third one that was rising, but I'm gonna head back to the truck. But what a fun day. I gotta do this more often. I guess I don't, because the fish are small and a lot of this is private, but I found plenty of public water today. The first spot I've fished before, this spot right here, I've never fished, literally right off Highway 66. But yeah, we're gonna call it a day. That was awesome. It would be remiss of me, though, to be in Lyons, Colorado and fishing the St. Vrain without mentioning John Girac. What a legend. He passed away October 3rd, and this was his home creek and home river. He has a cabin within a mile of right here. I never met him. Every time I went in the coffee shop in Lyons, I was hoping to run into him to shake his hand and have him sign and autograph a book. I got the news he passed away while I was literally reading Trout Bum for the third time. He is the Trout Bum. He's the legendary Trout Bum, and really coined that term and that whole phrase. So all of his books, he's an absolute legend to those of us that fish in Colorado. So condolences to his family, and rest in peace, John Girac. And hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was a blast. Talk about something anybody can do. Just had to use some small flies to get them on the surface, and 2 was the goal. I mean, 2 to 3 was the goal, and that's what we got. And a great day. And it's not even noon, and we're going to be able to head back and still coach later this afternoon. So catch you on the next show. Thanks for watching.